you got to understand that there's going to be people who don't like what you're doing. Sometimes it's about more than manifesting. You got to do the work. But it's the
It's like, yeah, that's good, but we're not gonna do it.
it's the messenger.
That's what I mean.
Not the message, right?
It's the messenger, right?
Yeah, man.
Because I be having good suggestions too, and then I backtrack and like, you don't think that's a good idea?
Yeah.
Like, no, it's a great idea. We just not gonna do it.
Yeah, it sucks to like see people implement your idea after you gave them an idea, but at
like
the same time, I think as a person who's not a hater, you welcome that and you actually enjoy the fact that they actually made the step. You know.
No, I get that part too. I do too, but and it gives you something to let them know that hey, they finally doing what I told them.
Right.
But I think people do that. They do it down the line because they'll do it like a year or two later. So they think they don't have to give you credit.
And rightfully so. Like we talked about it on another episode that you can be self-made with assistance. So sometimes, you said it before. Like it's like the source is you. Most of it says a lot of people tell you and give you the roadmap to how you're going to get somewhere and what you should do to get there. But if you don't believe it, if it's not in you,
you got
it's not in you.
You got to drink. You got to drink the water. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to fish.
And as always, man, we're going to start this one off with a quote. And the quote is, the only way for you to fail is for you to not try.
Was that Jordan?
That's me.
Oh, you said that. Okay.
That's my that's my summary of whatever quote I read.
Oh, heard that.
I don't remember it in full, man. But yeah, like pretty much if the only way to fail is to fail to try. And let's get into this episode, man. Welcome to the Keep It Uplifting podcast, where we discuss lifestyle, fitness, and motivation. I'm your host, Uplifting, and I have with me the greatest cameraman you'll ever see in your life. The man, the myth, the legend behind the camera. Talk to the folks, man.
Yo, great introduction, Uplifting. Thank you. Thank y'all for coming back, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man. You had a topic for us today. We've been doing so good that we ain't really heard nothing crazy. I guess life's been good for everybody. Like it's summertime, people are out, maybe enjoying life. I haven't heard any. I haven't really felt any presence of negativity in the media.
Yeah, it was something we got to discuss.
Right. Yeah. I mean that's why we come to
correct the path. Yeah. I feel you.
It seems like a lot of our peers and the people around us, their mindsets are pretty clear. Nobody's really been in my comments talking about any issues they've been having. No one's sent me any emails or DMs like I usually get. So the message is spreading, man. Everyone's keeping it uplifting.
That's good. That's good. A lot of calm happening.
Yeah, a lot of I started walking recently. And
Amen.
Yeah, man. I'm back. And well received, man. Well received. And it was great to know that people have stuck with me, and a lot of people were happy just to see me back again. Like, hey, man, I really appreciate the message. I've been keep going myself. I've been grinding myself. It's good to see you back. I hope all is well. And 2 days in walking, like just the reception has been amazing. And I'm gonna drop this clip right here of day 2 of me coming back. You have to stop ignoring what you're good at. That's why it keeps calling you. That's why you keep pursuing it, because you have a passion for it. And just because you have a passion doesn't mean you won't fail. Failure's promised. Success isn't. But behind every pitfall, every shortcoming, every failure is an opportunity for you to get better. Stop giving up. Stop stopping and starting. Just keep going, keep grinding, and keep it uplifting. And in this clip, I talked about passion and how, like, just really not being able to walk, which is crazy. And before I get into that, shout out to Paulson, man. Get well soon. He reached out to me recently. He's a listener of the show, big supporter of the show. He said that something happened recently where he's not able to walk. So I wish you a fast recovery, and I hope you listen to this episode, man. This is for you, and you have my support in real life, so you know what's up. But I talked about passion in my second day of walking, and it was almost like a tearjerker moment. You know what I mean? Just to be able to, one, get back and continue on, not start over, but just continue on this journey that I came on. And then the reception of people saying, hey, man, like, I'm happy that you're back. I'm happy that you are, you know, still delivering the message, and just having that full support there was huge, man, because it was calling me. Like, get back out here.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
And it wasn't the walking per se, or even doing the video, but it's like a whole meditation, a whole
it's therapeutic.
Yeah, it was therapeutic for me. You know what I mean? So that's the amazing part about it. It's like just getting back out there, collecting my thoughts, getting active. Yeah. And, you know, for the cardio.
Continuing on a journey.
Yeah, man. Like
that you had already set out to do.
Yeah, that consistency, just, it's crazy missing that type of consistency. I felt empty. Like I could tell that I was missing something. Like there was a joy in just being able to just like be back out walking and like just engaging with the community, man. So I just, you know, when you are drawn to something, when something keeps calling you, you have to move on that, man. Like that's your passion. Like, and it may not always pay you. I talked about that too in the clip. Like it may not always be the most fruitful thing, but it's you.
Yeah, man.
And when you're not doing something that's a part of you,
right?
It's just not right, you know.
Yeah, man. Sometimes people don't understand that you can get paid in other things other than currency, man. You know, we get paid with the love. We get paid with self-fulfillment.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, accomplishing a goal feels good, man.
Yeah, man.
It feels great.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Like, why give up?
You know, overcoming challenges and obstacles feels good, man. Making sure that nobody can hold you back, you know? Thinking for yourself. All these things, it charges up. I guess it's a dopamine release, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, man. Like just being able to, like you said, thinking for yourself, collect your own thoughts, and and having that time. Like the gym is therapy for people.
Yeah, man.
Playing video games is therapy for people.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just having mindlessness, you know. Like it was so good, man. It's just been so good because I've been working out and like really trying to work to get back to, you know, stretching, doing different exercises, and that to have an injury and to like feel like you've recovered and you're back to normal.
Right.
But
isn't that like what you do? I would feel like running, walking, training, things like that is almost like a source of freedom too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because ain't nobody telling you where to go. Sometimes you don't even know where you're going, right?
Nah, just be what I just walk. I say, I went this way yesterday. Let me go this way.
It's like a source of freedom. I mean, not to be funny, but kind of like it's like going back to the Forrest Gump thing. It's like he was look, because I watched it the other night. It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Right? So like he was under a lot of stress, right? And he was like, man, one day I started running.
Right. Right.
I said, shit, I went this far. I might as well keep going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Because it was like, ain't nothing back there for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was stressed out.
Right.
This is freedom.
Yeah.
I'm running to the edge of the country. I'm running to the edge of the earth.
And the craziest part is him running built a community of people. It just, like there were so many people that just followed him just because he was on his purpose.
Right. And I like how the movie did it. He was on his purpose and he created purpose for other people.
Exactly.
Like the smiley face T-shirts, the bumper stickers, you know, so it's kind of like his motivation motivated others, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, and in a funny type of way, it's almost like you're doing the same thing, you know, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, that the greatest way to deliver the message is to be a part of the movement, right? Like a lot of people, you know, we sit in here and we talk, but to see somebody out and about, being a part of whatever's going on, right? Being a part of the community, and whether it's fitness, whether it's people trying to lose weight, whether it's people just trying to get their mind right. Like we always talk about mindset on here,
right?
And seeing somebody out getting their mind right, getting their thoughts together, encouraging you to do the same, I think that shows that you're not a fraud. You know, like it's not fake. Like this is real. You know, because we never really discuss it, but it's like, what do you have to say that you are who you are? Yeah. And it doesn't always have to be like a business, but what action have you actually taken on the words that you have put out here to people? And
that's what I was about to say, is that it's the action that makes you not counterfeit.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, it's been a journey, man. It's been a lot of pods, it's been a lot of walking.
Yeah.
It's been a lot, and I feel like that's because we move on our own. We move at our own pace. We move to our own beat, and some people don't.
No,
and
not everybody does. I seen something the other day where they said a lot of people they're just in it for the destination. But when you're enjoying the journey, which I believe we did a pod on already,
right?
It's like when you enjoy the journey, milestones just happen,
right?
You know, so you're not even thinking of it because you know what the destination is, but you're not doing it for the destination. You enjoying making it to the destination.
Yeah, you know? Man.
You're enjoying the road trip.
Yeah, whenever you have the end in mind, it'll keep running from you. You won't get there. Like if you think about the outcome every day, you're not putting in the work daily to make sure that it's going to happen. Because all you're ever focusing on is the end, you know.
Yeah.
And you'll just keep thinking about how far you are from it. But when you're in it, next thing you know, you're just there. Yeah, man.
Right. We do it all the time, right?
Yeah.
We think about I mean, we just did it before we sat down. We're like, what number of pod are we on? Like, damn, we done did a lot of pods. Like, you know?
Right.
Came a long way in a year and a half, you know? Shit.
Yeah, I think we really just embraced how we felt doing things and felt like we had some value to give to people, you know?
Yeah, most definitely. We kind of dared to be different, right?
Right.
Like a clip I seen of TD Jakes, man.
Yeah.
I wish I could find it so we could put it in.
It is far easier not to be successful. It takes courage to be exceptional. It takes courage to be wise. It takes courage to be rich. It takes courage to be educated. It takes courage to be knowledgeable. Because the moment you do, but you don't talk like you forgot where you came from. Look at you, it takes courage. And I'm just wondering, in this weak, watered-down, mediocre society that we live in today, in this reality TV world we live in today, I'm wondering if there's anybody left that's got the courage to say, after all I've been through, and all my ancestors have been through, and all my parents have been through, I didn't come through all of that just to fit in with normalcy. I have the courage to go after my dream.
Yeah.
But basically he was like, look, if you don't want to win, be mediocre.
Yeah.
Right? Go ahead, be like everybody else. He went down the line, dress like them, walk like them, talk like them.
Right.
He said, go where they go, do what they do.
Right.
Go ahead and be mediocre.
Yeah.
He was like, you know, like people who dare to be different, those are the ones who win. You know?
Yeah.
And the people that are mediocre, what do? They talk about the people that are winning.
Right.
They talk about the people that are different. Right?
Right.
So we kind of we did something different. I remember when you was talking about the walking video,
right?
And you came to me about it. I'm like, sounds different.
That's dope.
Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, it's dope. It sounds different.
Yeah.
Maybe you should do it like, you know what I mean?
Right.
We discussed different ways we could possibly get it done. Right. And
but stay there for a second. I think that's also something that you should. I see a lot of videos talking about like don't share your thoughts with people, and you don't share your thoughts with sounding boards that are looking to steal your ideas or people you can't trust.
Yeah,
like, and I don't think people understand that. It's like me and the man behind the camera came up with, along with Shantice, she came up with, or Miss Johnson, she came up with, help cultivate the walking everyday idea.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just to get a message across. And it was like, dang, that's dope. Do it like this. And remember,
Yeah.
I was talking about walking 30 miles a day
Yeah,
or something
crazy.
like that.
Yeah, and I was like, bro, you know. I'm like, I understand that we ain't gonna say nothing's impossible, but
Right.
that's gonna be more difficult
Yeah.
than doing it like this.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but you know, you was like, that's different. I think that'll reach people. I think that'll work. We discussed this podcast and how we can come at things different ways to get the message across. And what most people worry about, right, is one, looking like a fake, which if you're doing it, it's not fake, it's you.
Yeah.
Like if you're doing it for the right reasons or the wrong reasons, if you're doing it, some people don't even move on their ideas, on their thoughts.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. And we received that type of feedback. Like, man, y'all really out here.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Like, I was always positive, but y'all took it to another level. Is what, you know, man, RJ, our right said about us, you know.
Right.
So it's about not worrying about what other people are going to say as well. Because when you focus on winning for you and you start winning, you know, showed you a clip earlier where it's like, you got to understand that there's going to be people who don't like what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. People gonna talk about you.
Yeah. We talked about the Mercedes scenario where if you got a nice car, you got to make sure you park it in certain places so that people don't park next to you just to ding your door.
Right. Yeah.
And it's just because of, like you said, what it represents.
What it represents, right. Yeah. Because a lot of people think that when you kind of like you spend too much for that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're either showing off or you're trying to, for lack of a better term at the time, you're trying to shit on people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I work hard for my little whatever Toyota Yaris.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like how dare you pull up with a 7 Series? You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. Like just to make me feel small. And sometimes it's not even about that. Sometimes it's the stuff that's inside of them that makes people feel that way about other people. Because I used to feel that way myself.
Yeah, and that's why you can't really pay attention to outside influences. We say it all the time, but when you win and you're winning, if you got money or if you got more money than other people, if you got more resources than other people act like you didn't earn it.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah. That's what I said, and I know where that comes from because I used to feel like this, because you know I got it out the mud, right?
Right.
So people that like rich people's like, yo, man, forget this dude. Like this dude think everything come easy. You know what I mean? Everything easy for him, or you're just making excuses for why they in a better situation than you are.
Right.
And that's what that is. And a lot of times it's the things that bring people down is the group think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Everybody wants you to think like them and do the things that they do, move how they move, because they want you in the barrel.
Exactly.
They don't want people outside the barrel. They don't want to see people doing better than them. They want you to do what they do. So when you start podding twice a week, you start walking every day, you start doing things that other people not doing, not even thinking about doing, they feel some type of way about you.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Definitely. I've definitely got the keep it uplifting love in the wrong way as well. Like,
of course.
Like people throw it at me as if it's not me.
But that's the motivation for you though.
Nah, I appreciate it because if you know keep it uplifting, that means you know me. And
means
if you
listen.
Exactly. And if you are addressing me with that statement, that means the love is already there, and I appreciate you. You know what I mean?
And that you've done your job, and that you're working.
Exactly.
That's what that means.
Yeah, like you should never feel bad for earning it. And the greatest thing about when you earn it, you start to make it look easy. Like nobody can believe that you stand up 6 hours to research information. Nobody can believe that you working 12-hour days at your job. Nobody can believe that you get up early in the morning to walk, or your research, you know, like you're actually looking at quotes that connect with you and you think connect with other people.
Yeah.
You know, like none of anyone's success, true success, is just luck. Right?
Amen.
Like it's years on years. Like we follow other people who pod and content creators, and just if you look at just the videos, the output of work that they put up on a YouTube only.
Yeah.
It's in the thousands.
Yeah. People have a back catalog.
Right. So if you got body of work for 10, 12 years,
Yeah.
none of that just happened.
Yeah.
You just see it, and that's what really happens, and that's why you got to stay focused on where you're headed, because when people look at you and don't like what you're doing and are upset that you're starting to win, they don't see all the failures that you had to stack up to build them in the steps to get you to where you're at.
I'll tell you what they see. They see the separation.
Right.
And people don't like it. I mean, we did a pod on sometimes you got to leave people behind, because it's a fear of separation, like the fear of missing out. You know, there used to be, I'm quite sure you had dudes or women that you hung out with every day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But when you start to be on your path, when you start to be on your journey and be on your purpose, that time dwindles, man.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, this same thing happened to me. I had a friend that we was cool. We was best friends when we were younger.
Right.
And I really wasn't doing too much. I was kind of running in circles.
Yeah.
So he went off and did his thing, graduated from college and got a great job. And my path was a lot more rockier than his.
Okay.
You know, but
right.
We both had to go our separate ways for us to ascend. Yeah. And he saw the writing on the wall, like, hey, if I keep doing this, I'm going to just end up in the same place.
Right.
And so he had to create that separation for himself.
Right.
And he got to where he got to a lot faster than me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, we see that all the time, man. I got people that I've separated from, and you know, we talk, we get linked, or we link back up, call each other, hey, how's everything doing? Because sometimes we may get together and do negative things.
Right.
I mean, come
on. Right.
You know how friends do. Yeah. We sit together, we'll drink all night till 4 or 5 in the morning. How we gonna get anything done the next day? You feel what I'm saying?
That is the next day.
Right. It is. Right. Our fun turns into the next day, and then we're unreliable, you know, we're unresourceful. But, you know, when you're not linked together,
right,
those type of things dwindle, and you can, you know, you can be more focused, more productive.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man. It's not cool to always run with the pack. Sometimes you gotta lead the pack. Man.
Yeah.
And then have them run with you. And
Most
that's
definitely.
just a part of the growth. You know, that's really what we're talking about on here is when you have a passion for something and it's driving you to move in that direction, don't be afraid of not falling in line with everybody else.
Yeah, because you're not.
And don't be afraid of falling off and having to just continue on your journey, man. Like if it's going to feed you. If you're doing something that's feeding you and that's purposeful to you, it's the right thing to do. Yeah. So just keep going, keep grinding, and keep it uplifting.
That's right. Make sure to like, comment, share, and most importantly, keep it uplifting.
Take it up, listen.